Hello students, myself Ashwini Patel. I am going to teach science throughout this year to you. I introduced myself because I am completely new for you and you are also, all of you are new for me. That's why I introduced myself. So today we are going to start with our first lesson, that is living world and classification of microbes. In previous standards, 5th, 6th and 7th standard, we already learned, observed so many things about the environment. And now we come to know very properly that what is meant by environment. It is the combination of biotic and abiotic factors together. And all the biotic and abiotic factors are dependent on each other for their survival, for their living, for maintaining ecosystems, for maintaining the balance in the environment. So from that topic we are going to just revise a little bit small topic about the biodiversity and the classification of microorganisms. First of all, we are going to start with the living world, means all the living organisms around us, including all of us, you, me and all of us. So the living world is starting from this very small micro to the huge animal which is living in the forest or living in the big areas. So living world, if we see the census of 2011, according to the census of the 2011, about 87 million species are found on the earth of different living organisms. Now how we can recognize them, how we can remember them, how we can keep their names and all their lifestyle and everything about them in our mind at a time, it is not possible because their number is too large. So that time it is compulsory, or it becomes necessary to classify all the organisms according to the different criteria. Now what are the criteria for differentiating all these living organisms on the earth? Now today the lesson or my topic is depending, or my topic is emphasizing, I am focusing on that much topic. What are the criteria? According to those criteria we can classify the organisms, or we can recognize them, we can identify them, or we can keep in our mind which animal is from which class, or from what are the habitats of these animals, what is its characteristics and everything. So our topic is, first of all, need of classification. I already explained you what is the need of the classification. 87 million species are there on the earth, so we cannot remember them, we cannot recall them at a time. That's why their classification, proper scientific classification is necessary. That's why the need of the classification is there, and that's why R.H. Whitaker, this type of scientists come forth and they introduce the classification of the animals or the living organisms according to their habitat, criteria and characteristics and everything. Some criteria or some topics or some important topics according to which the living organisms are to be classified, we are going to we are going to discuss on some topics. First one is complexity of cell structure. Cell. Do you know about this word cell? C-E-L-L? I think you must be. It is a basic, fundamental and structural unit of life. Means all the living organisms are made up of cell. That's why it is called as the basic and fundamental unit of life. Complexity of cell structure means cell consists of so many organelles: nucleus, Golgi complex, plasma membrane, cell wall, cell membrane, DNA, RNA, so many things are there inside the cell. what is the structure of the cell or how the structure is developed of the cell. The classification is depend on this topic, that is the complexity of the structure. Next topic is mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition means see students, every organism need food for their survival, for getting energy. So that there are so many organisms and their mode of nutrition is also different. Unicellular organisms, they are absorbing food, they cannot eat the food, they cannot swallow the food because they are unicellular, they don't have so many body systems like us in their body. They are unicellular, that's why they are just absorbing the food material in their body and they are surviving like this. This is the mode of the nutrition of the microorganisms. Insects, small animals, they are depending on other organisms, on other plants or fruits or vegetables and other small microorganisms for their survival. Some are chewing the food, some are swallowing the food, some are absorbing the food. These are the different types of modes of nutrition. In previous standards, 5th and 6th standard, there are I think you must be aware of autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Do you know what is meant by autotrophic mode of nutrition? Autotrophs means, auto means self, trophic means feeders, self feeders. Autotrophic means self feeders, means they are preparing their own food and they are having their own food with their own. They are not depending on any other organism for their food, for their survival, nothing. This type of animals, this type of organisms are plants, and that's why plants are known as self-feeders, autotrophs, or the producers on the earth or from among all the organisms. Plants are very much important because they are self-feeders, they are autotrophs. Now what about heterotrophs? Heterotrophs means the organisms or the living organisms, those who cannot prepare their own food with their own, because they don't have chlorophyll, they cannot carry photosynthesis process which is carried by the plants, which is the plus point of the plants, that they are having chlorophyll with the help of sunlight, with the help of water, with the help of carbon dioxide gas, and with the help of chlorophyll they are carrying photosynthesis process, they are preparing food with their own and they are having their food with their own. But other animals, they don't have chlorophyll, they cannot synthesize the food like this, they are known as heterotrophs, means depending on others. So there are two modes of nutrition, autotrophs and heterotrophs. I explained you before, autotrophs means self-feeders, heterotrophs means depending on the other organisms or plants for the food. This is the mode of nutrition. Lifestyle. Lifestyle means third criteria of classification is lifestyle. Lifestyle means what we are wearing, what we are carrying, what we are using, which brand dresses or clothes we are using. That is not the lifestyle. In case of living organisms, lifestyles means plants, they are known as producers. Some are consumers, some are primary consumers, some are secondary consumers. Consumer means what? Just now I told you about the heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means what? The animals, they are depending on the other animals for their food. They are known as heterotrophs. Students, we, I, you, he, she, everybody is heterotrophic. Why? Because we are eating plants, we are eating fruits, we are eating vegetables, we are depending on meat, chicken, eggs for our food, for getting for completing our need of food. That means we are heterotrophs. So those animals which are depending on the plants only, they are known as primary consumers. Some animals are secondary consumers. Some animals are higher consumers. Higher consumers means they are depending on plants also, and meat also, means that non-vegetarian also. So this is the lifestyle according to their adaptation, according to their need of the body, how they are living, how they are behaving in the nature. That is the lifestyle. So these are the three modes of classification. First one is, again we are going to revise it. Today we have discussed about the need of the classification. As I told you, 87 million species are there on the earth. That's why it is necessary to classify the living organisms according to the different criteria. Why? To remember them. Why? To recall them. And the most important thing is that to help them to survive in the nature, to conserve their species, to conserve the different type of rare animals, rare species on the earth. So this is the need of the classification. There are so many criteria. Today I just focused on the 3 criteria among them, that is the complexity of the cell structure, mode of nutrition and lifestyle of the living organisms. I hope you understood the today's topic. If any queries, you can send a message me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you so much.